Okay? So they said they're attacking me because Black and Blood Money could just read and write this. That's what it was. You're a princess to read and write your book. So I can read and write, so you keep me attacking me, go on about and try to kill me around because I can read and write your book. From the day Melinda Rice first came to Silver Hill, her hope turned to fear. Silver Hill had been her mother's home, but those who were bound to lock doors against her and threaten her. Melinda chooses not to run, for she has come to find the truth that might set her free. Her frantic past, but the beauty of Silver Hills, setting hides more than one family's secrets. Melinda must fight for both her sanity and her life before she discovers the full, horrifying truth about past evil present here at Silver Hill. So very fast said I could learn to read and write. So I was scared because they're talking about it in Silver Hill. The door to the gallery opened at the touch of my hand. Fear crawled over me like a living thing. I looked around the conservatory. Everywhere there were cages of birds. And from all directions came not the sound of songbirds, but the sounds of fear or anger. Something free over her head giggled shrilly in the near human sound. Mad sound could not move. Then quite suddenly the thing that giggled flew at me. I screamed then, screamed again and again. It landed upon my shoulder and clung with talons that hurt my flesh. Its rounded beak darted at me and something hard and painful stabbed at my cheek. All the while, I could hear myself screaming and able to move and able to stop. So Mrs. Lerner's trying to be in fashion and trade money. Nobody had money to buy and sell. So Black Amber, Columbella, CJ. 7 cheers for Paula, widow or the square. So nobody had this money and pay they really wanted to pay people. And the truckers, you told me about a trucker. So 10 truckers was $1 million at Walmart for a job. It didn't matter, people. So Canadian truckers with $1 million to care about your apple pie. They were referred, Granny Smith. The wind whipped at my brown summer skirt, snapped my white straw hat. Then I came down from the plane and started across the field of a small New Hampshire airport. Flying in, we had circled Mount Abenaki. And as I crossed the open field, I had a clear, stunning view of its rocky head, sloping pine-covered flanks, where they rose isolated above the rolling countryside. My mother had always called the mountain capitalizing, and that was the way I thought of it. This peak that I had seen only once as a child, then never again. Now it's bringing Mother home to New Hampshire for the last time, and she would never gaze upon this love landscape again. As I crossed the macadam, holding into my hat, I saw the long black waiting vehicle, which could have attended only one purpose. All the anxiety and uncertainty I had tried to deny while I hurled myself toward catastrophe. Curious as I glanced hastily, the few people who stood beyond the gate. Sent to Grandmother Julia Gorham a telegram to let her know defiantly that bringing her daughter Blanche home to Shelby. Bring my mother home to bring her in the family plot as she'd wished. I warned her as well that Mother had warned me to visit Silver Hill. Not been necessary to add that was also my wish, perhaps more needed than a wish. No answer reached me, and grief was laced with indignation. Sent another message announcing the time of my arrival, trusting that all my arrangements would be made. Not take my grandmother's silence as a refusal. Now reaching the gate, looking toward the waiting black car, wondered which, if any, my unknown family would be there to meet me. Grandmother Julia, who was nearly 80, be unlikely to come, nor would Aunt Arvilla be here. Silver Hill. Though I plan to remain quiet about this for a time, Arabella Gorham was a deeply disturbed woman. I knew as well that my mother blamed herself to some degree of Arabella's state of mind. The last urgency to some degree for Arabella's state of mind. In her last urgency, mother had changed me with a difficult mission as far as her villa concerned. Difficult because, as the mother warned me, Grandma Julia would oppose that I must do. There was remain my cousin Gerald Gorham, my aunt by marriage Nina Gorham, perhaps they would come. No one near the gate looked at me inquiringly as I passed through. No one waited near the passenger cars to welcome me. Not until I started across the graveled area parking lot did a man turn to talking to the driver. Black car glanced in my direction. Knew that he was going to be my cousin Gerald. At least he seemed to expect me. So I was scared, the Farrah Fawcett Mrs. Lerner's fashion. So I was scared. And nobody seemed to care at all. Then you're talking about this and your bimbo beliefs. So Mrs. Lerner was trying to be in fashion. Then you're attacking me about your beliefs attack on women. So you just want to be a bimbo attack on women. Then we really don't talk to you anymore. Because I was scared you didn't care. So we don't really talk to you because you were a bimbo. Then we don't, since you're in fashion, you were a bimbo. And we don't really talk at all.